We're live. Go ahead. Um, hi guys. This is me, Alex Perez, with another installment of Gator Talk. Um, with with my co-host, Mr. Collins. How are you tonight, Mr. Collins?
I'm doing good, man.
Thank
Doing
you
good.
for Thank you for filling in for my co-host tonight, which
Yes, you're welcome.
which couldn't make it tonight. Uh, so what did you think about this matchup right here?
Well, I think that we should have. We played great initially. Ran the ball all over the place. Football, Black Bay looked great. Like one of their better games. And, and then I don't know. Again, it's one of the things I struggle with is the coach because how can they play the whole game, come out the second half, and just just like look like a different team?
I
I mean,
could
they were very, very, very lucky
I couldn't hear you
at
the
the end to
first.
pull that out because they shouldn't have won. I mean, they all they had to do was kick a field goal, and they beat us, and we just for whatever reason, the defensive lineman decided to back up and picks the ball off and we end up winning. I mean, they were in field goal range even. So, but anyway,
I couldn't hear you the first time because you were breaking up. You know.
oh, okay. Can
Uh,
you hear me now?
can you repeat yourself? What did you say for the first part, buddy?
No, I was just saying that we looked really good. The team looked good. We ran the ball strong. We were throwing the ball. Lagway looked good. Blocking defense was tough. And then we go in halftime. Now we had a bunch of missed opportunities. We go in at
Yeah.
halftime. We come out, start second half, um, and just like I said, we started strong, and then it just we looked like a different team. And I can't tell. It almost looks like coaching just was again. It's like what in the heck happened? Um, and then all we have to do is, get a couple first downs, run the clock out, and then we can't even do that. And then we turn the ball over. They get down within field goal range at the end, and all they have to do is kick a field goal. Even if they kicked it on third down, they could have been okay. But they end up throwing a pass. Our defensive tackle was playing linebacker and picks the ball off, and we win the game.
And yesterday af- afternoon on Sunday, the 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 uh the, the coach got, you know, fired.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
what the
That's
what the
I was shocked. I was shocked. I thought as long as he won the ball game, I thought they would keep him around. I didn't think they would fire him. Um, so who
so
you know, so who
uh
who knows?
it was really shocking for me because, you know, my my, my you never know what's gonna happen at the University of Florida, you know.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I heard through some booster grapevines that some of the heavy hitters with lots of money basically didn't give him an option. Basically said, to the athletic director, look, it's your job or his, you know. And so who knows? It's who knows exactly why now. But like I said, I really assumed that as long as he kept winning or had a winning, game, that as long as he was winning ball games, I thought they would keep him no matter what.
Uh,
Even
and
though,
and
even though I strongly feel like we're never going anywhere with Napier. He's just not a head coach. Regardless, doesn't have anything to do with him as a person, but he's not a head football coach. Not at this
and
level anyway.
now we got another Billy called Billy Gonzalez. Um, he's
That's
one
going to
of
finish
the
out the year.
yeah that's gonna finish out the year. Um,
Yep.
and
Yeah. Who knows? I just, you're in the middle of the year. You don't have a great record. This is going to be a true test of whether he can come in, take control, get some, the biggest thing at this point to me is you're going to have to turn the morale around. You're going to have to figure out a way to get these guys motivated to play for what? I'm not sure they have a shot at, going to any kind of a playoffs. Um,
we
but maybe,
we only
maybe a
have
bowl
like
game. I don't know.
we only have like 5 games left. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're about halfway. That's right. Yeah, that's
so
exactly right.
so an-
That's
so anyway, um, I was shocked about this coach. It's like what we said on the phone earlier. You know, he should have been gone a long time ago, buddy.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I didn't see this going anywhere from the beginning. So, I'm not shocked that we're where we're at all. I am shocked that it took this long to move. I think the timing was terrible. I think the people involved were, should be held somewhat accountable for allowing us in the middle of another season, and here we are again. Um, so we're dealing with the same thing we've been dealing with all along.
And
We need a head coach.
and and they said the Scott Slick the the AD Scott Slick, then
Strickland.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name. Sorry if I butcher his name, but you know,
No, that's okay. Yeah, Strickland.
the AD says, on today's mm, press conference, it's like mm, Billy Napier is a great guy. He's got a great family, but he wasn't able to to perf- perform his duties. You know,
Yeah. Well, how disappointing can he be? He's walking out with what, 20, $21 million? It's kind of hard to feel.
and yeah, I agree. I just don't know where we're gonna go from here. Um, when we are you there? Hold on. Sorry, guys. We had some technical difficulties with my co-host's audio. Um, like like I like I said, you know, it was a great win. It was a great win at the University of Florida, but uh, but the the coach needed to be, you know, fired. Um, when you don't produce a for a winning, when you don't win games at at the college, I mean at the university that's called the University of Florida, you expect to win uh, the 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 game. Um, you, you you want the Gators to win all of the games. Um, and unfortunately, un, unfortunately the Gators couldn't couldn't win all their games, so they had to let the coach go. You know, if you're not doing your duty at the University of Florida, you have you have no choice but to cut cut ties. You know, let me see if I can. Um, there we go. I mean, uh, am I white, babe? I had my mic on mute for a second. Um, you know, it's like, you know, we come to the University of Florida to win, not to lose the game. Um, um, that's that's just how how football works sometimes. So, um, um, hold on. Bear with me, guys. Just give me a second.
Hey, Alex. I don't know what happened, buddy. I tried to log back in. It just shut off, buddy.
We're still live. Um,
Okay.
can can you tell everybody what you were saying before you got cut off?
Trying to remember what we were talking about. Were we talking about the coach? Were we
Yeah,
talking about the new coach? Were we talking about
we was
Napier?
we was talking about Napier and the new coach.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, again, I think from what I've heard, I don't know him, but I think he's a nice guy. But again, that doesn't, we're not hiring a football coach to be a nice guy. We're hiring a football coach to coach a football team. And you got to be able to run the, I mean, that's a major task because you're dealing with, 18 to 22-year-old men that are up there having fun and goofing off and, you know, and you got to control them and get them to bed at night, make sure they're getting rest and wanting to play and give 110%. And, and then you got to have a game plan, and his offense just has never, I don't know. It's so predictable and you can't play this level and be and not have some,
Uh,
you just got to have some imagination. And I think honestly, if he would have hired a really good offensive coordinator, that would have helped. Not saying it would have solved all the problems, but I think it definitely would have helped for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, I agree. I'm 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 sorry about the technical difficulties we're having tonight, guys, with technology. But this this is this is working out just fine. I decided to call you on Messenger, so I
Yeah, you're good.
so just so we can finish up this show. You know,
Yeah,
a win is a win.
right.
At least they got the win, buddy. But you know, um, you know, we 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 want to win like every game. We want to
Yeah,
win like this is the university. This is the University of Florida you know for
yeah. I mean, we're used to winning now. We didn't for a long time. Going back in history, but ever since Spurrier, really, you know, we've gotten used to winning and having a good program. And when you build a good program, again, as long as you're winning, you will get good recruits and you'll have a strong team. That's the biggest problem with this year with having such a bad record. It's going to kill our recruiting for the next couple of years. And That's what I don't think they're thinking about or whatever. This isn't just this year. You are going to bury us for next year because you're, because like I said, these great players coming out of high school, they're going to go to teams that are winning and feel like they have a chance to be on a winning team. And I don't think anybody thinks if you go to the University of Florida right now that that's a good idea if you're a Division I top ranked football player. um, they're going to be going to other places, and that's the problem. I mean, I think even a lot of this Florida, you know, players would probably go to Miami or FSU before they would go to the University of Florida. You
Um,
know,
so what do you think about this game in general? What did you see on Saturday?
well, I saw some. I think they had some great. I think they look strong. It's probably Lagway's one of his best games. I mean, he really had a good game. He was throwing the ball well. Um, the receivers were holding on to the ball for the most part, and we were running the ball, man. We have a tough runner, you know. I mean, he is just hard to bring down. And, for the most part, and then at the end, it's like we tried to give it away. It's like Napier it's like what we think, and then Lagway takes a
Mhm.
huge loss. All he had to do was throw the ball away, and it's like he just let himself get tackled. We lose the ball, and they come in, and they're in field goal range within a couple of plays, and then they this. I mean, they just gave it away. They threw an interception to a defensive lineman. I mean, what were they thinking? And they were already in field goal range. So, you know, I think we were lucky to pull it out. I thought we were game.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, so what does it take to win the rest of the game? The rest of the 5 games we got left on the schedule. What do we need to do to get the Gators to win all all these games? And oh, we 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 got I think we got Georgia coming up. We got um I don't got the schedule. uh, I don't I don't got the and we played um we played a heck of a lot of games. It's hard for me to keep up, man. Um, we played Texas A&M. We played Mississippi State, and now we are going. I don't think we played. Um, did we play LSU? Um, I don't have the schedule in front of me because I'm I'm trying to keep you in the call so we can finish this show. So um yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, I get it if we lose one or two games, but not all. You know, Uh, I mean, do you agree with everything that I'm saying? I mean, you know, I know that we can't win it all, but at least we tried. We, you know, when you come into the University of Florida, like I said before you before you lost signal, we want to win like every game, but it's unfortunately not gonna happen like that all the time because you're gonna have days where you come into a game, you know, thinking that you're gonna win, um, and that's not always gonna be possible. Wh- Are the are the and uh what if what if they can't find a coach next year? Will they go with this 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 interim head coach? Yeah, exactly. I I totally agree with you, Mr. Collins, 100%, buddy. I think, you know, yeah, I'm, I'm, s- I'm, s- I'm very disappointed that they had to let Billy Napier go, but you know, we wasn't even talking about this. You know, we wasn't ex- expecting this to happen. Am I right? You know. We just we just have to wait and see what happens. I mean, um, uh, what do you look forward to going into G- Georgia, Georgia next week, or yeah, but on the game that we was just talking about, Mississippi State, you know, they they could have done better without the mm, penalties. You know, did you see? Yeah, yes, that's unbelievable. I would like to know what they seen on the field, you know? And in the first quarter, I thought they had a touchdown, and then they called it back. They had to move the Gators a couple miles back. You know,
A couple feet back, not a couple miles.
I'm I'm just you know a, I'm sorry, couple feet back, but uh, I'm just trying to make this show, you know, good. You know, I'm just trying to bring a little bit of sense of humor. You know, but um so over overall, except for the penalties, I think they did good, buddy. But it's not as great as we were ex, expecting. You know what I mean? But um so um well um at least we got a win, and that's all that matters. But it's sad, you know, for the standpoint of the coach, if you know what I'm saying. Uh, um, I think when we go into Georgia, I think this team will turn around their attitude and win on Saturday. What do you think? Exactly. Exactly. We don't never know. We just have to sit back and and see what happens. You know, in the in the game of football, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know. You never know who's gonna call the plays. You never know who's gonna end up at the end of the scoreboard. So, um, anything else you want to say before we end here? Uh, um, hopefully, it's gonna be another win, buddy. And, uh, and this was episode 7 of our show we like to call Gator Talk. On behalf of my co-host Adrian Green and my other co-host Mike Collins that is stepping in for him tonight, we we want to say thank you for always supporting the Gators and always, you know, showing you love to the University of Florida. But until we see you for episode 8 next week, I'm your host Alex Perez, and he's 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 Mike Collins. Yeah, and and on behalf of um, my other co-host that is not here tonight, I want to say thank you for watching, and we'll see you for episode 8 next week. But until then, guys, go Gators and God bless you. We're sorry. We're sorry for the technical difficulties tonight. Good night. Thank you, buddy. And we'll see you next week if you want to join. Okay, thank you, buddy. Love you, man. Okay, hold on. Okay.